Nellikai Thokku or the Gooseberry Thokku is a spicy and a yummy pickle recipe which is made by grating the gooseberries along with other spices. Nellikai is high in vitamin C and E, so that is why having a Nellikai Thokku is going to be slightly a healthier version when compared to other pickles. So this can be had along with curd rice or it can be had along with parathas. It tastes really yum. So before we go into the recipe as to how to prepare this recipe, if you're watching my video for the first time, I would request you all to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell icon for further interesting recipes and notifications. The ingredients required for preparing the Amla Thokku or the Nellikai Thokku, I've taken around 20 amlas or the gooseberries, or in Tamil it is called as the Nellikai. This is fresh and picked up from the farm, but nowadays it's available in the store, and especially during the gooseberry season, it is available in plenty. At that time, you can make this thokku. So the measurement goes like this. For 20 gooseberries, I've taken around 5 to 6 teaspoons of chilli powder, 1 tablespoon of the grated jaggery, 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, around half a teaspoon of the roasted fenugreek seeds powder, around 1 teaspoon of the hing, around 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds. Along with this, gingelly oil around 4 tablespoons. Now first I'm going to wash all the gooseberries and I'm going to boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's been about 15 minutes. The gooseberries have boiled nicely. So I'm going to switch off the gas. I'm going to de-seed all the gooseberries and I'm going to grind it into a smooth paste by adding very little water. Once the gooseberries are cooked well, you can actually cut it like this with the help of hand itself. But if you find it is very hot, you can use a knife and also cut the amlas. Like this, similarly, I'll be de-seeding all the other gooseberries as well, and I'll be adding it in the mixie jar, and I'll use the same water and grind it into a smooth paste, but just make sure that you add very little water, say about quarter cup. So this is the crushed amla. So I have actually coarsely ground it. So now I'm going to add some water, say about quarter cup. Just adding the boiled amla water itself, and I'm going to grind it into a smooth paste. I'm adding roughly around 4 tablespoons of the gingelly oil. Once the oil gets heated up, I'll be adding the mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, I'll be adding the hing or the asafoetida, and also add the chilli powder and also the turmeric powder, and immediately we'll add the ground gooseberry paste. The chilli powder and the salt can be adjusted as per your family requirements. This is just a rough estimate of the chilli powder which I have given here. Also adding the salt. I would suggest if you add 2 teaspoons, it will be sufficient in the beginning, and if required you can add 1 more teaspoon. So 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt approximately is required for about 20 gooseberries. The jaggery powder, this is again optional but actually adds to a very good flavor of the thokku. So adding a little more gingelly oil, so that it has nice gluey consistency, and also it's good to cook the thokku in the gingelly oil nicely. So we need to cook this for approximately around 5 to 10 minutes until the color of the thokku turns into a slight dark brown in color. Keep stirring from the sides so that it doesn't get burnt. Most of the beginners tend to leave out the gravy from the sides, and that tends to get burnt. So this is a small tip which I want to share. The color of the thokku has changed into a slight dark brown in color. So finally I'm adding the roasted fenugreek seeds powder or the methi powder. For this we need to dry roast the methi seeds and powder it. So if you dry roast the methi seeds and powder it and keep it, it will be handy for all kinds of thokku preparation. So you can see that there is absolutely no moisture. So I've been cooking in low to medium flame for about 15 minutes. Once it comes to a nice Thokku kind of consistency. I'm going to switch off the gas. So once it cools, we can store it in a glass container. So you can see the mouth watering Nellikai Thokku or the Gooseberry Thokku or the Amla Thokku is ready. This goes very well with parathas, curd rice and all kinds of rice preparations as well. So this can be stored in the refrigerator and can be taken out in small quantities and can be had along with curd rice. I hope you'll all try out this recipe, and if you like it, please share it with your friends and relatives. Have a wonderful and spicy day.